Today, the US dollar dominates the global economy, but 2 centuries ago it was just a young nation's currency fighting to earn the world's trust. America needed more than coins. It needed a financial system strong enough to support a growing nation, its businesses, and its ambitions. As the United States expanded westward, its economy grew with it. More land, more trade, and more businesses created a growing demand for American money. Then came industrialization. Factories, railroads, steel, and mass production transformed America into one of the world's fastest-growing economies. By the late 19th century, America was no longer a rising nation. It was becoming an economic giant, and the dollar was growing alongside it. Then World War I changed the balance of power. While much of Europe was devastated, America emerged stronger, richer, and increasingly important to the world economy. But America soon faced its greatest economic crisis. The Great Depression shook banks, businesses, and millions of American families. Then World War II transformed America again. Its factories became the arsenal of democracy, producing the weapons and supplies that helped shape the Allied victory. In 1944, representatives from dozens of nations gathered at Bretton Woods. They created a new financial system and placed the dollar at its center. After World War II, the dollar became the currency nations trusted for international trade, reserves, and global finance. For decades, the dollar stood at the center of the new global financial system. Nations held dollars because they trusted America's economic strength. For decades, the dollar stood at the center of the new global financial system. Nations held dollars because they trusted America's economic strength. Then, in 1971, President Nixon ended the dollar's direct convertibility into gold. The global monetary system entered a new era. The dollar's role remained powerful as global oil trade increasingly relied on dollars. Energy, finance, and American currency became deeply connected. As globalization accelerated, American financial markets became deeply connected to the rest of the world. Billions flowed through the dollar every day. As globalization accelerated, American financial markets became deeply connected to the rest of the world. Billions flowed through the dollar every day. From international shipping to technology and commodities, the dollar became a common language for businesses trading across borders. When financial crises hit, investors often looked toward the dollar. Its strength came not only from money, but from confidence in the American economy. The internet pushed the dollar even further. Online banking, global payments, and digital commerce made American currency part of everyday transactions worldwide. Today, the dollar is more than American money. It is deeply embedded in global trade, finance, investment, and the world's financial system. But the dollar's dominance is not guaranteed forever. Other nations are building stronger economies and exploring alternatives to the American financial system. Yet the dollar's greatest strength may be the system behind it. America's markets, institutions, businesses, technology, and enormous economic influence. For generations, people and governments around the world have trusted the dollar. That trust became one of America's greatest economic advantages. The journey took more than 2 centuries. A young nation's currency became one of the most important forces in the modern global economy. But the world is changing faster than ever. New technologies and rising economies could reshape the global financial system in ways we cannot yet predict. But the world is changing faster than ever. New technologies and rising economies could reshape the global financial system in ways we cannot yet predict. Digital currencies are challenging traditional ideas about money, but replacing a global currency requires something difficult to create: worldwide trust. Money is ultimately built on confidence, and for generations, the world has placed enormous confidence in the American financial system. The dollar became powerful because it represented more than money. It represented the scale of American trade, industry, innovation, and influence.